Zip Captions has launched a transcription feature which allows you to take your captions and leave at the end of your captioning session with a text-based record of what has happened. Now, in order to be able to use transcription, you need to make sure that you are logged into your Zip Captions account. So you can either sign in with your Google or Microsoft account. Now, once we are signed in, the first thing we'll need to do is go to our settings and ensure that the transcription checkbox here is checked. In order to be able to use transcriptions, you must check off this checkbox. And you need to understand that transcriptions can only be saved on the local device. So that means that if you use a laptop to record the transcription, and then go and use a desktop, that transcription will be unavailable on the desktop. So we're not syncing those transcription files between devices, and that those transcription sessions are only available to your account. So that means that if you delete your account on Zip Captions, you will no longer be able to access your transcripts, even if you log back in and create a new account. So those are just some important things to remember. So now that we've checked off this box here, we can go back and we can start our transcription through our captioning session. So this works both in the regular captioning screen and in the broadcast screen. So there's a few things that we can do here with our transcripts. So these transcripts are actually happening live. And what we can do is we can click on the transcription enabled button in the top right-hand corner in order to be able to go and see our list of transcripts. So I'm going to click on this transcript here. And you'll notice that when I pause, text actually makes its way into the transcript file. Now, what's great about this is on the right-hand side, we get a timestamp. And that timestamp shows us when this happened in relation to our captioning. So if you have an idea, what happened between 7 and 9 seconds, or 31 and 33 seconds, you can go back and you can actually see what happened during that time period. So this is also really useful if we want to be able to take a voiceover, for example, for a video. We can start our captioning, start a recording at the same time, and then we have a timestamp which very, very closely matches what's being said in our video. And what this allows us to do is this allows us to then caption our video by using Zip Captions and importing that video file. And we'll talk a bit more about that in a second video where we talk about more advanced things that we can do with transcripts. So for now, I'm just going to go back to my captioning session by clicking on the Zip Captions logo. And you can see that my captioning is still taking place in the background live. So I can switch backwards and forwards by just switching between the two. Now, once I'm finished and I've done everything that I want to do, the thing that I'm captioning has finished and is over, I can click on the microphone. And that's going to stop my captioning session. Now, in order to view your transcript, you can either click on Transcription Enabled, or we can go to the hamburger menu and we can go down to Transcripts and we can view our transcript. So when we click on our transcript here, we can see everything that we just did, the time during which it happened, and we can also name our transcript. We can click on the edit button here, or we can go back here and I can name my transcript. So transcription, example, an example of transcription. So save and close. And now that appears in my list. I can go back and go back to home. I can listen again, starts a new transcription session. And we can then go in and see our transcripts in the same way. We can stop. And when we go back to our transcript, you will notice that now we have a brand new transcript showing in that list. So that was the beginnings of transcripts in Zip Captions. In the next video, we're going to show you a few things that you can do with these and a few more advanced settings to get you started.